Rugby Time round 12 action here at Frog Hollow Reserve. Josh Philpott, your anchor today on Rugby Time, joined again in commentary by Matt Tink, who runs all the elite development programs in Victoria. Matt, welcome to Frog Hollow for a great game of footy.
Thanks, mate. It's great to be here, and hopefully we'll get to see the boys throw the ball around today.
Yeah, expecting plenty of entertaining rugby today. Big game, more so probably for Powerhouse, who are currently 5th on the table against Endeavour Hills, who are languishing down at the bottom of the table, 8th, second last position. Powerhouse very, very close to the top 4, only out of the top 4 by a couple of percent, in fact, even less than that. So a big day for them. Couple of injuries for both sides though, Tinky. What are we expecting to see?
Look, the Powerhouse forwards, good pack. Will be very, very physical today, but that'll be matched by Endeavour Hills. But both sides will really rip in today, I think, and probably the Powerhouse backs may just have an edge there today. So they'll certainly be looking for 5 points through 4 tries.
Yeah, big day out. A couple of big outs for both teams, in particular for Endeavour Hills, the Nelson boys. But it'll be good to have a look at some of the young bulls running around, and looking forward to that. But before we do, let's have a quick look at the Dewar Shield competition ladder. Interesting layout there with the top 5, particularly Harlequin on top.
Yeah, look, Harlequin's been playing some outstanding rugby this year, and they're still my tip for the competition. But Melbourne knocked them over a couple of weeks ago, and so it'll be good to see how they travel. Moorabbin are heading along quite nicely, last year's premiers, and Southern Districts are really looking forward to seeing them progress.
Now, Tiggy, let's have a quick look at the teams. Who you like in the forward pack for the house?
Really looking forward today to seeing former Rising players Tommy Broughton and Brian Scott play. Both fantastic players. Brian Scott, or Frankie as he's known to his mates, will be out and out all over the ball today, and certainly one of the tough men of Victorian rugby.
And in the back line, you can't go past the vice-captain, Mark McIlroy, Macca in the guts. The winger, Adrian Boulay, who is actually currently 3rd on the points ranking on the competition. If we go to Endeavour Hills, Tinky, who do you like in the forward pack there?
Look, Famika Amatunga is a fantastic back rower. He's played some state team stuff recently, and of course you've got current test prop for Tonga, Eddie Alo-Alehi, also Melbourne Rebels player. He's having a run today for Endeavour Hills. I believe it's his maiden run for Endeavour Hills, so he's certainly looking to put in a good performance, and hopefully the Hills boys can get on the back of him.
And in the back line, there's no doubt Junior Paila at halfback. He'll be critical, but also Lemmy Famaa at 13, important player for them, and if he performs, they perform. And there you have it, the two teams. The scene is set for a marvellous game of rugby. So stay with us as we head to a break, and we'll come back on the other side of that at Rugby Time for round 12 action of the Dewar Shield Grassroots Rugby.